Hi guys and welcome to another vlog. I am driving the Hyundai Grand i10 Nios. This is the diesel automatic and the walk is long because I don't have any key in my hand and the vehicle is on, and because of the sound I didn't want that to intervene with the mic. Anyways, here is the engine. It says U2 1.2. There is insulation right there, and as you lift it, it actually slots in there comfortably. You can see the engine bay isn't big enough. However, the engine is compact and you can hear a lot of it right now because obviously this is a diesel engine, but insulation inside is really very nice. Now where do I slot this? Anyways, forget all that for a moment. And I mean, this is actually quite light. So up front, it might remind you of the Santro. However, the design language of this car is in line with all Hyundai cars. So you get this sort of DRL. Actually, it's not a sort of, it's a complete DRL, but you get this sort of boomerang treatment right there. Projector setup, fog lights, and you know, these are fake aero vents because it no. Okay, I'm trying to put my hand inside, I can't figure it out. No, they're actually quite functional as such because yeah, it draws in air from there probably, and obviously the grille is so big, it's so big that yeah, it's giving competition to the BMW 7 Series. Joke aside, Hyundai believes that people who buy automatics do not deserve all the features on earth. That's why this is available in a lower trim. That's why you get the smaller wheels on offer here, which happens to be a 14-incher. Different treatment. It is a 165/70/14 tire size, which seems under tired, and it is. Anyways, it says Smart Auto right there. From the side, as you can see, the design of this car is compact. Obviously it is compact because above the Grand i10 there is another hatchback from Hyundai. I love the treatment here. Yeah, it says GI10 right there. Black finishing on a bright colored car. It gives you the floating roof treatment. You also get roof rails, you get a shark fin antenna, and that bird is really angry at, I don't know why. Anyways, as you can see, the rear will remind you of the Tata Tiago. In fact, they could have done different lights for sure. Might remind you of the Figo as well. Nios written there, and as you can see here, there is a reverse parking camera. Thankfully they haven't omitted that one on this particular variant. As you can see, the design will definitely remind you of a lot of cars. So here we have a nice cocktail as such. Anyways, so the design is kind of fresh. I love, you know, the dark colored wheels on this particular vehicle. And straight away, let's open the boot of the Grand i10, which means that I put my hand here, and there it gets an electromagnetic tailgate opener. Boot size is decent, not really very big, and obviously the spare wheel isn't an alloy in the interest of cost cutting, but you can split forward the seat. Yeah, you can recline the seat to increase the boot carrying capacity of this vehicle. But no, there's no split treatment. It's a single piece. Actually, when I saw this recline thing, I thought it's going to be split, but it's not. Here we go, pull it, and there you see you can actually increase the boot carrying capacity. Now this is a fake bag. Anyways, you can see there's good amount of space on offer. Actually, the space at the rear is quite good. It's good amount of knee room and leg room. Headroom isn't an issue at all. Under thigh support is a bit less, but overall the cabin is really very nice and comfortable. But no adjustable headrest at the rear, which is a big disappointment. No adjustable headrest at the front either. What is happening? And the floor is almost flat, which means that 3 people can actually sit in comfortably, although the width of the vehicle isn't much. Love the treatment. Overall quality level is also nice. Build quality seems good enough. Meanwhile, there's a massive door pocket, and you know, this car actually feels quite airy. The doors, they shut with a reassuring thud as well. Now at the driver's seat, when I actually came for the first time to open the automatic, I realized there's no passive entry, there's no push button start either, and although the door pockets are big enough, the seats are also comfortable. No adjustable headrest. There is the Annabelle auntie sitting there, and yeah, so getting inside, you can see there's a dead pedal, which is a good thing, and overall quality of the cabin is really nice. I love the way this infotainment system has been kind of fused with the instrument cluster. Looks very premium. Love this treatment as well. Overall quality of the car, flawless, absolutely flawless. Hyundai's done a great job, absolute phenomenal job with the quality of the Grand i10. It feels so premium inside. Let's get into reverse right away. We are in reverse. This is the reverse parking camera. It doesn't get adaptive guidelines. It does get guidelines though, and you obviously get a climate control, air conditioning, very practical car storage space here, USB charging socket, another fast charging socket right there, and I mean, it's just so spacious and practical. Twin cup holders here. Okay, there's space to keep these stupid things, yeah, and handbrake manual, obviously. Audio controls on steering wheel, wipers. Okay, sorry, wipers work really well on this vehicle. These are actually the controls for the headlight. I love the instrument cluster as well. On the left, we've got the tachometer. On the right, we've not got any analog stuff, all digital. So there is obviously the fuel meter, which is actually full right now because it's giving a mileage of 17.2 kilometers per liter. Impressive digital speedometer. You get the odometer, a lot of information. I love how Hyundai has actually ensured the car is with such great quality. In fact, there's storage space here as well. Glove box is also decent size. It's a cool glove box. And anyways, I think we'll play an audio right away. Neha, will you do the honors? So Apple CarPlay, Android Auto connectivity, all of it and more. Feature loaded car, definitely could have done with more features, surely. But in terms of quality and equipment, Hyundai has nailed it yet again. Okay, let's play audio. As you heard, audio quality is very good inside this vehicle. And why am I even detailing the interior? Because I've already done that and more. All you have to do is click here to see it. Let's focus on the diesel engine, the diesel automatic in this case. Air conditioning is so powerful. I'm feeling the chills in the summer as well. Alright, we're all set to go. Air conditioning is off. Getting into drive, getting into manual, left foot on the brake, right foot on the accelerator, and yeah, handbrake also has to go down. And off we go. There, it keeps swinging because it is an AMT, and AMT boxes do have that syndrome of swinging every time you near the red line of this vehicle. As you can see, performance is more than adequate for city driving. In fact, it reaches 100 kilometers per hour in around 13.5-14 seconds, which is decently quick. Yeah, the manual actually. The automatic takes around a second more because of the very slow gear shifts of this AMT box. And as you can see, performance is more than adequate for the city out on the highway as well. When you manually take control of things, you can make quick progress with this vehicle. So the Grand i10 Nios is powered by the same engines as before, 1.2 liter units. This, being the diesel, produces 75 horsepower and 190 Newton meters of torque, identical to the Maruti Suzuki Swift's 1.3 liter engine. However, the difference here is this car is actually a cylinder down. It is a 3-cylinder engine. But in spite of that, refinement levels are way better than 4-cylinder diesel engine cars because Hyundai has done an absolute fanatic job in getting the NVH right. In fact, you can hear a bit of the clatter, but for the most part, the refinement level from this motor is just fantabulous. It's so refined, it is just so smooth as well. It does not rev at all. And there is no top end either. It will shift around 4,500 RPM, and it really swings a lot as soon as you near the red line for the gear shift, obviously, because this is an AMT gearbox. Top speed should be around 145 kilometers per hour. Meanwhile, power delivery is linear, which means that there is no lag whatsoever lower down, which makes city drivability really excellent on the Grand i10 diesel. In fact, it is so good that it is at home in the city. Low end performance is good, mid-range is decent, top end absolutely lacking. There is no top end as such. The car really struggles in the top end. You can manually take control of things in the Triptronic function, the manual mode, but unlike other cars where you push it towards the co-passenger, you have to push it towards yourself. Yeah, like this, getting it towards yourself to get the shifts into manual mode here. As I downshift, there it responds. It takes some time, but it does respond, and once it does respond, it pulls decently enough to get you going. In fact, I love the refinement, I love the smoothness of this engine. And there is a Hyundai Elantra, another car from Hyundai which offers smooth performance. In fact, you can get that for a steal in the second-hand market right now, pre-owned market. Anyways, changing a lane, not an issue. Steering is actually light. Somehow it does weigh up well. Unlike the case with most Hyundais, this one actually offers some amount of feel and feedback as well. In fact, the feedback is so good that no longer does the car feel nervous. However, let me tell you very clear up front that this steering is not going to put a smile on your face, because although it does have weight at higher speeds, it just does not feel connected enough to inspire confidence for you to push the vehicle harder and faster. Making a lane change is not nervous at all in this Hyundai anymore, because Hyundai has actually stiffened up a lot of things, including the suspension as well as the chassis, and they have also dropped weight by around 40 to 50 kgs due to using high strength steel on the frame of this vehicle. And this particular car, being the sports trim, actually has smaller size tires with higher profile, profile, which does well for the ride quality. And Hyundai has also stiffened up the suspension because this is a diesel. So overall ride quality is pretty good. In fact, I love the ride on this vehicle. It's so smooth, it's so refined. Okay, ride can be refined, okay, and it is just so much more composed on our roads. In fact, high speed stability is not an issue at all. Through the corners, there is some amount of body roll on offer. Tires don't really have much grip, but this isn't a car you're going to push hard or fast because the engines really don't support that cause either. Yeah, I just wished it would have revved better with more excitement. Little bit of the dieselness, the swinging effect of the AMT, because this one actually sends a command to Korea to get an approval for a gear shift. And even when you manually take control of the gear shifts, it really does not help its cause, because I mean, this is not a car for enthusiastic driving in any way whatsoever. So how is the Hyundai Grand i10 Nios in terms of pricing? Is it worth buying? Well, Hyundai has offered a lot of features on this vehicle, but nothing really is breakthrough here. Yeah, it does look awfully similar to other Hyundai cars, especially the Sandero, and there is a lot of the old Grand i10 in here as well, but the interior really stands out. Now, there are 3 variants on offer for the diesel, 2 are the manuals and only 1 for the automatic, which I'm driving. It is the lower sports trim. This car is priced at 9.37 lakh rupees. Yes, that is a lot of money indeed. Meanwhile, the base diesel is priced at rupees 8 lakhs, a lower trim, further lower trim actually, and the top end diesel, which is a manual, is priced at rupees 9.53 lakhs. In fact, the premium for the diesel automatic over the petrol automatic happens to be rupees 1.15 lakhs. Yeah, both of them available in the sports trim. So, are you better off with the petrol or should you get the diesel? Well, the performance of the diesel is without a doubt better. Yeah, the diesel just performs so much better, I feel. And most importantly, the crucial thing here is the fuel economy. This one is returning a mileage of 17 to 18 kilometers per liter, and you can stretch that to almost 20 kilometers per liter as well, making it a very frugal car. So if you're looking for efficiency and if you're going to drive your car a lot, then definitely the Grand i10 diesel is the one to consider. Otherwise, the petrol is adequate enough for the city as well. So the way I see it, the Grand i10 Nios, or the new generation of the Hyundai Grand i10, is a great all-rounder car for the city, not so much for the highway, having good amount of quality, good features, a great amount of comfort and excellent ride quality as well. The thing which really stands out here is how easy this vehicle is to drive. Yeah, the brakes are also very sure-footed on this vehicle, so braking performance has never been an issue with Hyundai cars because they're just so strong and confidence-inspiring as well. With the addition of automatics, mainly the AMTs, they have just added even more convenience to the package. Yeah, this is not going to appeal to enthusiasts who want to drive something which really puts the fire in their bum nahi bolna tha na, bum diggy diggy bum bum. Okay, we'll repeat that dialogue. So the Grand i10 isn't a car which is going to put fire in your rear. It is a car which will just make everything feel so practical, easy, and definitely reliable and comfortable as well. So guys, this is my vlog of the Hyundai Grand i10 Nios, whatever you want to call it. And by the time Hyundai launches the next generation, the car's name would not be a name, it would be a sentence. That is right. So if you like this vlog, you want to watch it, do give it a thumbs up, that's a like button, and also subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.